And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for another edition of the Branding Regan Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's soccer coach Brandon Regan. And Brandon, you guys get 1 point this week in conference play, go 0-1-1 against Cal U and West Liberty. Talk about the last week and kind of some of the things you saw.
Yeah, I think we were a little disappointed as a group from the result against Cal PI on Thursday. It was the first official regular season match. I thought we had a decent preseason, and I just don't think it translated well on the Thursday against Cal. So obviously we had to bounce back, for conference play against West Liberty. And again, down the road and the type of game it is and being a rivalry game, crosstown derby, we had to make sure we were up to compete and, try to get something out of it.
And your defense has played pretty well in these first two games, especially against that West Liberty game on Sunday, holding them to just the one goal. Talk about the defensive side and some of the things you're seeing.
Yeah, we changed some things again from Thursday to Sunday, personnel-wise and things tactically. But again, I think just the nature of the game from West Lib compared to Cal PA, we kind of ramped up the intensity of things. It was a little more combative. So there's more fight for sure on Sunday compared to Thursday.
And Daniel Dello in net kind of leading you guys so far. He's over 70% in saves over the first two games. Talk about his leadership back there and kind of how he's controlling the net.
Yeah, he's been playing well, and he's been playing confidently. So glad to see that. Again, a good preseason start from him. Again, Cal, unlucky on a couple, I would say. And again, the West Liberty game, he came up big and was pretty dominant in the air, dealing with crosses and balls in. So, glad to see. And again, he's kind of stepped up a little bit of a leadership role and, kind of taking command of his box. Another
guy kind of noticed this week, not getting on the goal sheet, but Andoni Pipon. He's really been strong for you in the midfield, taking some of those free kick opportunities. Talk about him and kind of what his presence is like.
Yeah, again, he was one of that young group that played significant minutes last season. So, again, grown into himself and become more confident on the ball. So I think he's just taken ownership of, the minutes he's got out there, and he's playing with more confidence.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head men's soccer coach Brandon Regan. And Brandon, you had your alumni weekend last weekend as well. Saw you at practice on Saturday, having the guys kind of meet some of the older players who used to play. What was that like for them to kind of get to meet them and get to know those guys?
Yeah, I think some of our current guys didn't know the school was around back then. But no, it was neat to see because, again, the guys that come back are very loyal to the university and loyal to the men's soccer program, and obviously want to see our guys, be supported and obviously be successful on the field and in the classroom. So, I thought it was just a good opportunity to have them meet the current team and kind of talk about their experience when they were student athletes here at Wheeling, and what this university meant to them. So. It was kind of neat to see from guys from the 80s and 90s talking to the guys from 2025. So, I just think to show how passionate they were about this place and about the performance on the field, and again, just the memories they have as being part of the men's soccer team and the friendships they forged over those years, the 4 years they were here, and how I can see them still being around for 35 plus years. So, it was just a great weekend to have them back and. Again, catch our game against West Lib.
And you got two more tough conference games this week. First, you're going to Charleston here on Wednesday before coming home Saturday to face Point Park. Talk about this week and kind of how you're attacking two tough teams ahead.
Yeah, obviously Charleston's always a tough task. Repeat conference champions a number of years. Went to the national championship game last year, nationally ranked. So we know all those things about them. So obviously playing on the road against them at their place as well. So hopefully we're up to the task, just to try and get something out of it. But, I think with the changes we've made and kind of the mindset that has changed recently that we can go ahead and go for it.
And finally, talk about some of your goals for this week. Obviously, you got your conference play started. Talk about some of your team goals and kind of what you're looking for out there.
Yeah, initially when we met in preseason, we tried to, obviously set some expectations and team goals for the fall season. We want to finish, obviously, in the top 6 to make the conference playoffs. That's goal number 1 for now. But also just taking game by game and week by week at this moment.
Thanks, Brandon. Good luck this week. Can't wait to see you guys out there.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.